across the globe by millions. And
I'm Kerry Hopkins. In this episode, I'm going to show you all the satanic imagery in big shows. And today I'm going to focus on the Olympics because the Olympics happens every 2 years. So it's really relevant. And the reason why I want to show you all of this stuff is because humans are so brainwashed that we are sitting letting all this stuff go into our spirits through our eyes, and it's really bad for us, but we don't even know what we're supposed to be looking for. So that's why you've got to learn first, so you can then go, whoa, I need to make sure I stop watching this. I need to tell my friends, my family, my co-workers, let's not participate in any of this. We only need a certain percentage of us to stop watching the big shows where there's these rituals happening. So, one person at a time, gonna wake you up, gonna educate you in this video. So let's watch some London 2012 satanic rituals that are being done to millions and billions of people during the opening ceremony. Now, first of all, I worked the London 2012 Olympics, not for LOCOG as it was called, which was the London Organising Committee of the Olympic Games. I worked for one of the sponsors in a PR agency, and here I am, right, with the client and with my colleague. Here's another picture of me. This is me in LA having a wonderful time in Smashbox Studios, where I'm holding the Olympic torch, where I got to direct the PR, working with David Beckham on set. Here I am at the London 2012 Olympics, going to watch it. I remember at the time thinking, the logo is awful. I just couldn't understand why they'd made the logo the way they did. Couldn't understand it. I thought, that is, as you can see, it's a 2012. I thought it was ugly. I didn't like it. I didn't have a clue anything more about it. But now I've educated myself and done the research. Now, what it actually is it means Zion. Look at this. It actually means Zion. See? 2102 Zion. With the London 2012 was a massive Zion spectacle to promote Zionism, to keep the useless eaters and the sheep from, well, it's bread and circus, isn't it, before the big invasion. As always, they're always trying to depopulate us though, aren't they? This isn't a new thing. Might be new for you because you're just finding out, but yeah, this has been going on for a long time. So even though I was doing PR, I didn't even know. I don't even think I even knew what Zionism was in 2012, 2011. I don't even think I knew what it was. I'm going to show you some symbolism during these ceremonies because it's important not to watch it once you've learned about it, you know, but so that so if you say to somebody, oh, don't watch the Olympics because it's satanic, they're going to go, well, how? So I'll teach you how, so that when you're saying things like that to people, don't watch that, don't watch this, then you can explain it. And then also, you're not just going to do what I say anyway. You need me to show you so you can make your own mind up. If I said to you, don't watch the Olympics, you're not going to go, okay, Kerry. Go, oh, okay, why? So this is the why. So until you learn it, you know, you need to know why you're going to stop watching them. Because it's not just the Olympics, there's other games as well. And I'll do other videos on that. But for now, let's watch a bit of the Olympics and why it was just so one massive pagan ritual, which was the and the London 2012 opening ceremony was the largest demon evocation ritual ever. So, look at this, guys. Whoa, look. And there we go. What on earth is this? That is not healthy. This is massive ritual with lots of children. But I'm going to come on to it with somebody else's commentary who knows more about it. So this is what I wanted to show you just quickly, though. Look at this. To me, this looks like ready for the big C. I mean, not that big C. I mean, the one from 2020. And what's this? The pyramid, isn't it? Illuminati, all-seeing eye at the top. So this is this massive demon, or Mr. Death, with a big wand that looks like a needle. Then here's all the witches coming down to make them all infertile. And you've got all these doctors and nurses, look, participating. Scary. His sound's not very good. He's a bit too near the mic or something. So, but anyway, what he said is really good. So that's Stonehenge in England.
Candy canes come from. This is why people use candy canes at Christmas time, because it's all paganism, it's all witchcraft, and it's all Satanism. You guys need to learn where these things come from. If you have candy canes in your house, you need to get them out of your house. They're no good. They're a symbol of the devil. No two ways about it. Basically what it is it's a little crozier that's made out of candy. And the little red coily thing around it is the serpent around the rod. Just like you'll see in the Kundalini symbol that people use. Here's another picture of the same ceremony where they lit this little ball on fire. I don't know if they do this every year, that light a ball like this in these pagan rituals, and I don't know if they do it at Stonehenge all the time. But after this picture, you're going to see that they had a golden ball in the middle of the Stonehenge that they built in the middle of the Olympic Stadium, and I could only imagine that likely what went on here is these people invoked demons and they sent them over to the Olympic Stadium, and that this was one big plan. Otherwise, why would they be using all the same type of voodoo? Basically, what it is voodoo. They conjure the demons up into an item, into a ball, or into a fire, and then they send them somewhere to sacrifice all these people onto these demons. Here's the picture from the reproduction they did at the Olympics. You could see the golden ball, and you could see the apples in the air. The apples signify the deceit that Satan got us to. He deceived us. This is why you have your symbol for Macintosh computers is the apple with the bite taken out of it, the one bite.
Now, he recorded this before 2020. Yeah, this is from 2013. So this is, imagine what he would say now.
However, you could see the Stonehenge reconstruction in the middle of the stadium. This was meant to duplicate Stonehenge, and I believe that demons from Stonehenge came into this stadium.
Wow. Interesting.
And here's another picture of it from a different angle. You could see all the...
See, people are just thinking it's getting more arty and more, it's all movies, but there's... You gotta learn that the network use the mainstream media, Hollywood, sports stars and musicians to get to you. And they get to they've bought out podcasters as well. Your big names. A lot of the big names. That's all just paid, controlled opposition. Yeah, so my point is, it's not that though. It's not just getting more arty. It's actual demonic witchcraft opening up portals to interdimensional realms. That when I was younger, I guess we were taught so much about science that we thought, oh, those are silly, those people burning people at the stake. But if you look at all the evildoers nowadays, that's they're getting away with it still, but this time, rather than in the old days, they get burnt at the stake or banished from the country. But now everyone's thinking it's arty. Although more people are waking up, but a lot of people still are not. They'll say something like, no, you shouldn't show me that because in the Bible it says not to look at it. And then they'll go down and watch a game that has got all this going on. Or they'll go take the kids to Disney and you're like, no, you need to watch it so you stop doing those two things because you're still participating in it. Because you haven't got a clue what's going on. So this is why I need to show you. Not you, I mean, this is to these people. This is why you need to learn. Because yes, Jesus doesn't want you to be watching this like blindly. He wants you to have discernment so you can go, okay, that's what that is. Now I know. Now I can go on, educate everybody else and spread the gospel, spread the word, let them know. Because they're not all just, like I said, they're not going to stop doing it unless you actually show them and teach them. That's the right word, teach. No wonder the world is in a mess. It's in such a mess, the world. You know, this isn't a paradise, this place. People are sat on the computer all the time. People are worried about bills, relationships. What else they're worried about? Jobs. What's coming next? You know, and this is and the planet. You know, it was perfect when God made it originally. Those massive giant trees everywhere. This is why it's in a mess, though, because we're literally we're really stupid, to be honest. Really stupid. Like, we literally believe what they teach us at school. This is the stuff we need to be getting taught. But who was it in charge of the freaking curriculum at school? Who was it that did our school box? Ghislaine Maxwell's dad, Robert Maxwell, was in charge of a lot of the books. I mean, why do you think that people like that are going to have our best interests at heart? Eh? No. You gotta, what's the word? Re-educate yourself. Urgently, if you are watching any of this stuff. I mean, the Bible does talk about demons, banishing demons out of people, things like that. And that is what we're supposed to be doing more of. So it's really helpful as well.
All these different shows, they come from witchcraft and they come from Satanism, and it was a plan for Satan the whole time to get us used to this stuff so he could bring it out in the end days. And it's an inside joke among Satanists the whole time. And if you notice, most of the shows like Peter Pan, like Mary Poppins, like Jumanji, like Wizard of Oz, all these shows where the kids are drawn away from their family into another world, that's supposed to make us as children brainwashed into wanting to look into another world, which is to them, which is the demonic realm that they want us to think is cool, that we need to
get. Look at those upside down crosses. You see? Can you see them? Look at all those upside down crosses in the stadium. So not only they didn't need to do that, they could have just had that. So this is where people walk up to get in the seat, but no, they've made it into upside down crosses. Who is taking on the brief? Like, who are these people? Like, who realized all this? Because my team didn't. Wow.
Involved in witchcraft, and we need. You see the stone, which is to them, which is the demonic realm that they want us to think is cool. That we need to get involved in witchcraft, and we need to get interested in this stuff. Here's a different angle of the same shot. You see the Stonehenge again on the bottom, and you see that glowing ball. Now, guys, no one knows exactly the logistics of the way they want to conjure these demons, but I could tell you one thing. From what I've seen, they basically could have done whatever they wanted with these demons and with the people that were in this stadium and with the nations that were a part of this stadium. The Olympic Games tie all the nations together, so they basically now have legal ground. Whatever they conjured up can go into any nation wherever they want, pretty much.
Yeah, it's just like a massive eye, isn't it? Yeah.
Anyone who really
Can you imagine going there and like it's just one massive ritual? Whoa. And there's all these demons there.
Anyone who really looked at this and watched this ceremony can get them. And I'm sure even some people that didn't watch this that are sinning could get them. But here you see the eye of Lucifer in the middle.
Could get them? Does he mean demons? Is that what he means? Let me know in the comments.
Middle of the stadium, the red flaming eye. And you could see the middle looks like a pupil. It's got a black dot in the middle. And you could see it looks exactly like an eye. And again, you see the pyramids around the stadium, the Freemasonry pyramid, that they used an upside down compass formation to make them. And I believe there's 14 of them around the stadium, but I'm not sure. I believe I heard that. If there is 14, it likely represents the 13 families of the Illuminati, and Lucifer would be the last one. Here's a phoenix. Here's a little picture to show you what they were doing with this. That's a Freemasonry picture to the right there. You see the phoenix? You see the phoenix with the hourglass with the wings? That means we're running out of time in that picture. But on the left, you just see the fiery phoenix. This is a symbol of the dragon coming up out of the flames of hell. This is a symbol of Satan. The compass is a...
Oh. So the red dragon in Wales, which is the Prince of Wales's emblem. So that's coming out of hell, did he just say? The red dragon coming out of hell?
And the compass is a symbol of the wings of the angel coming down through the legs of man. And it's a symbol of the angelic realm sexually merging with the human realm, with the physical realm.
See, the Hollywood star, that's actually the star of Renfram, apparently. Because apparently David didn't have a star.
And you'll see these upside down wings on the Acura symbol. And you'll see many other symbols with the human legs, the V. Like the Mazda symbol is angel wings. I'll go through all those symbols in another video. Here's the eye of Lucifer again. Again, you see the blue, the blue and the red. And these are those...
This is insane, isn't it? Imagine if this was like the year 1400. People would be charging this place with pitchforks. Know exactly what is going on. They would. Can't believe how bad the world's got. I think because I used to probably think, oh, they didn't really know back then. But they were right. They were right. They were right. Yeah. Sneaky Satan has got us all, or got a lot of us, to not even realise this. Because this was a sellout, this opening ceremony. Imagine if the next Olympics, everybody knew what they were doing to us and only 200 people who were actual Satanists turned up. Or they were like, no one's going to buy it, so we can't do it. No one's buying any tickets, so we can't. It's too expensive to put it all on, and we'll make a huge loss. And so we're not going to do it. We're going to cancel it. That would be great for the planet, right? Because then there wouldn't be getting closer to opening up the bottomless pit.
But these are their colors, obviously, just like the U.S. has them. Those are the colors they use over in London on their flag. And guys, the red, white, and blue is Illuminati colors. That's why it's on Pepsi. That's why it's on almost every gasoline logo there is. At any company that is owned by the Illuminati's red, white, and blue, or red and blue. Here's a good shot of the whole stadium. You could see that tree of the knowledge of good and evil all the way on the end. You could see all the pyramids made out of the compass all around the top of the building. And you could see the color.
Yeah, can you see how that's like the Freemason compass? I remember also thinking, yeah, like, why is it like that? So these are questions I had at the time. Yeah, that's the tree of life. Huh. Kabbalah.
Colors that they use are like reddish purple. And I find that funny because we all know in the book of Revelation, they say that the harlot sits on a beast, and she uses the colors scarlet and what's the other one? Crimson. She uses scarlet and crimson, and I find it funny that they always use this purple-like tone. And if anyone who's into New Age will know that they try and get you to meditate on this violet light, because this is this light in the spirit realm is like sustenance to them or something. I don't know why they always want people using that light. Here's a pyramid in the middle. God forbid that one ceremony goes by without them putting their pyramid in the middle and everyone dancing around it. But this is the one time that they put a pyramid out in this ceremony, other than the ones you saw on top of the stadium. But it's just mind blowing how the whole thing from beginning to end was witchcraft and honoring Satan and conjuring up the Antichrist. God only knows how many beasts and major principalities were conjured in this ceremony, guys. I wish I could tell you which ones they conjured up, but I guarantee you that they're some of the most powerful ones in the kingdom of darkness were conjured up on this night. Because this from beginning to end involved all nations. There was a lot of intent behind it. It was a total mess. A total mess. Here's one of the big moments where they brought this witch out. You could see all the witches flying in the air. They call them Mary Poppins. What they really are is witches. Any human being that could fly in the air is a witch, or fly in the spirit realm is a witch. God, Jesus Christ, does not want anyone leaving their body until he calls them out of their body. You should not be leaving your body on your own. And, how people don't find this nasty-looking satanic demon witch to be an odd thing at the Olympics, I have no idea. You could see all the little kids. Remember I showed you guys the little kids with the croziers before? You could see them in the background. So basically, all those little kids were sacrificed onto demons, guys. So, you could just see the way all these people who are involved in this got demonized from participating in this event. All these are actors. I know for a fact these the ones that flew in the air with the umbrellas, they were actors. But it doesn't matter. If you participated in it, you got demonized. No two ways about it. It doesn't matter if you know of Satan and Jesus or not. If you just did it out of ignorance, you got all the negativity that came out of it. And I know that for 100% certainty, because God says my people are lost out of ignorance, and he says don't be deceived by the devil. And these people were deceived by the devil.
Yeah, so he's got the same thinking as me. That's what I'm saying. We need to know this so we don't live in ignorance and we don't catch demons and our loved ones and people we care about and even people we don't care about. But people, we've got to try and raise the consciousness of humanity, especially at the moment.
But it says, and then it says if you are deceived by him, he will gain an advantage over you.
Yeah, apparently the actress that played this role in Mary Poppins, the first one, is not a very nice person. I'll leave it at that.
It says that in the Bible, not in those words, but you could look it up yourself. Look up on Google KJV, the devil will gain an advantage over you, and you'll see the verse I'm talking about. Here's Mary Poppins. Obviously, guys, people are going to say, well, those women were flying through the air in the Olympic ceremony because they were doing a reenactment of Mary Poppins, but no. What it is Mary Poppins is a reenactment of witchcraft. Mary Poppins is symbolic of witchcraft. Witchcraft came first, not Mary Poppins. This is why these movies are like this. This is why there's people flying through the air with umbrellas. That's sorcery, just like a witch's broom. What it really is the witch's broom is really a staff, and the umbrella is really a crosier. And this is Satan's little joke. Here you could see that they had little kids floating up toward this witch on a bed, almost like the witch was levitating the beds. And you see in this picture, remember I told you guys when this witch came out, all demons ran through the beds? You could see down by her feet, down by the witch's feet, all the little actors that were dressed like demons that ran through the beds. Guys, this stuff is nuts. This stuff is nuts. I don't know how half the stadium didn't just get up and walk out. And if you watch this on video, you have to see the morons cheering for this. They're so happy to be there. They're caught up in the moment. They're deceived by the devil. They're cheering like idiots. They're cheering like people watching a Beyonce concert. It's pathetic. Here, here's the witch from the Wizard of Oz. There's her staff that is shaped like a broom. And I'm just trying to show you guys the little symbolisms of all this, This stuff has been brainwashing us since before I was born. I'm almost positive the Wizard of Oz came out before I was born, without a doubt. But this stuff's been around since the foundation of Hollywood. Hollywood alone is a witchcraft item. Look up Hollywood and witchcraft. It's from Satanism. That's what people don't understand. People think that this just started happening. This was the plan from before Hollywood even began. This was the plan from all the way before Jesus was alive, I believe. Lucifer is a fallen angel. He was able to forecast what he was going to do. These fallen angels are very smart. I believe this was the closing ceremony or one of the acts of the closing ceremony. I forget what this woman's name is. She was a singer from a while back, I believe in the 80s or the 90s. But you could see the demon wings. You could see the guy holding up the demon wings. And you could see her spreading her wings. And you'll see the same motion, the same symbolism that they do on the cover of the Titanic advertisement. And this is where you see all these little innuendos that they do and these little motions they do. But this woman was demonized out of her mind. Go watch the video on her.
No, I'm not sure.
Her eyes were rolled back in her head. Yeah. All these women were dressed like, satanic brides.
That's what I don't understand. Like, if they're demonized out the head, how can they be happy in any way? Are these fallen angels? He said that she was so demonized that eyes are rolling in the back of her head. That's Annie Lennox, isn't it?
All their eyes are blacked out with makeup, like they're dead. I just don't see why everything needs to be vampires, death, blood, and Satanism. I mean, I know why it's happening, but I don't know why people are actually being a part of this. And we are in big trouble. We are in big trouble because the whole world wants to be a part of this stuff, guys. Anyway, this is the last picture.
I'll just quickly show you another bit. Where is it? Yeah, I want to go back to that dragon.
Here's the phoenix. This is a symbol of the devil. It's a symbol of Satan rising up out of the flames of hell, coming up for eternal life up onto the earth.
You see, we've also been taught that rising from the ashes, the phoenix rising from the ashes is good, haven't we? When we're down, we get back up again, like the phoenix from the ashes.
This is a very common symbol. I'm going to do a video on this in my Signs of the Devil series. It's probably going to be one of the next few. The phoenix is all over the place. They portray it in many different forms. They make the eagle take the image of the phoenix. They make this is really meant to be a cockatrice, in my opinion, or a dragon. A cockatrice is like a rooster and a dragon mixed, but the phoenix is a mythological creature in itself. There's no such thing as a phoenix in the world. That's an actual bird called the phoenix. However, they use this image in the Harry Potter movies also, which are completely witchcraft.
We'll just quickly watch.
Here's an octopus. The octopus is the symbol of the Illuminati in that they have their tentacles on everything, and each one of those tentacles represents the medical industry, the banking, the politics, the media, whatever they have their tentacles on. It's their way of trying to show that they have their claws into everything, and it's become a symbol of their power structure on the earth.
Don't worry about watching it, because we're watching it in a discerning manner. What Jesus doesn't want us to do is to watch this stuff like zombies and be like, yay, you know, and letting all the demons out and on people we love and on humanity and on ourselves. He doesn't want that. But what is fine is to watch it now, to see it in a completely different way to the way you have been watching games before. So before, you were probably cheering on or commenting, maybe going with your friends and family, this, that, and the other. Completely ignorant. But now, which he doesn't want you to do that, because as that man said, you're letting demons attach to you that way, which is creating havoc in society. I mean, actually, you could even be going to these events with your family, with your friends, with your co-workers, and a lot of the issues that happen because demons have attached wouldn't have happened. Yeah, I don't worry about seeing it now and, you know, Jesus doesn't want you to look at it. He definitely does want you to learn about it. God does want you to learn about this so you can use discernment. You're going to be wiser as well than other people. And you can pass this knowledge on that I'm teaching. You can pass this video on to people and be like, I hear that you're thinking of going to this game. You're going to get tickets to the opening ceremony. Watch this video, you know, watch my video and so people can learn not to go. They don't want to be coming back with demons attached to them. They don't want to be part of this massive ritual, do they? Unless they're actually a Satanist. And watching my channel, you'll also start to save money because you'll see how much stuff out there actually is satanic, which is fine if you're a Satanist, you know, crack on, go watch that stuff. But I think a lot of people watching this channel, they're not. So I'm really talking to them in this segment, which I'm speaking now, is you'll be able to save money because you'll then won't be buying that ticket to that game, to that match, to that concert. I'm not saying every single concert out there, but eventually the more you watch, the more you learn. You'll start to use discernment. You'll learn who is satanic. And then you'll be like, yeah, okay, that ticket was $50, $100, $150, $250, $500, $1,000. Then I've got the hotel, then I've got the flight to get there, all the food. And I'm going to come back with demons attached to me. That seems stupid why I would pay all that money to go do that. Maybe your brother, your sister is going to take their children to go to a theme park. I'll do a video on that. And again, they're literally doing rituals at these parks and paying for it and actually making the children sick from it. So again, spiritually sick. So again, I'll do a video on that separately. But what I'm saying is, the more you learn, you're actually going to end up saving money, because so much stuff out there is hurting us and hurting the world, because Satan is getting more and more powerful. I mean, I think the Amish, or the Amish, however you say it, I think they live very, very well, because they're not involved with any of this stuff. However, I do not like the way they treat animals. They say that they do that because animals don't have a soul. Who cares? Who cares if they've got a soul or not? I would say they do. They've got big personalities. They feel pain just as much as you. That's what matters. They deserve love. They deserve love. They deserve respect. God gave them a life on this earth, and you using them as slaves, those horses, puppy farms, that is not what God wants. So that's where the Amish go wrong. But they don't get involved in sorcery. They don't get involved in pharmaceutical. They don't get involved in going to pop concerts where they're doing all these rituals, and the big sports games as well. So that's what I'm meaning, that they're living in a better way. There's more pleasing and less, more pleasing to God, but also more pleasing to Jesus and helping humanity as a whole. Much more. If you haven't joined my Substack community, I recommend joining it. In there, you're going to be able to propose questions to guests. So at the end of interviews with guests, we'll then move from my recording studio, we'll go on to Substack, and then the people that are members in my Substack group will be able to ask questions directly in there to the guest. So if you're not a journalist, you've not got your own YouTube channel, you can be your own little content creator in a way, have a piece of this channel by proposing your question for me to ask in my Substack community. So this channel is for everybody to participate in. And in there as well, that's the place maybe where you want to ask me questions as well. I'll be able to answer questions in there. At the point of recording this video, I've actually got 80,000 subscribers across all my social media, and it's become impossible now for me to read all the comments and answer all the questions. It's far too much. So the Substack community is definitely the place where your question is more likely to get answered, because it's going to be smaller than across all my channels. But do please let me know in the comments below, and even ask questions in there, and maybe some of the other people in the comments will answer. Let me know what you think, and have you learned something today in this video? Has it opened your eyes? And how many Olympic ceremonies have you watched before? The opening ceremonies or the closing ceremonies, having no clue what you were participating in. And now you're really glad that you're learning this. Now, of course, you can just go on YouTube now, have a look, type in the search words that you think you'll need to find more videos that are going to show you other parts of other ceremonies, or even more about the London 2012 Olympics and how they're just one massive satanic ritual, opening up portals to other realms, interdimensional realms, and bringing out demons into this earthly plane. Remember, we do not wrestle with flesh and blood, we wrestle with principalities and spirits. So, like I said, don't worry too much that you've watched this today. It's not like, oh, Jesus doesn't want me to be watching this. He doesn't want you to be watching it ignorantly. These videos are really important, though, because they're training you, they're helping you learn, increase your discernment, so you're not ignorant and you're not participating. So now what you can say is, thank you, Jesus, thank you, God, for bringing Kerry as a light, as a tunnel through you to get your message out to help other people via this channel, so that I can learn discernment and please you, God. I rebuke what I've seen in the name of Jesus. I rebuke what I've seen in the name of God. I do not consent to any satanic rituals or demons attaching to me. Say that now. Great. Give me a yes, I've said it in the comments below. So I hope to see more of you in my Substack community. Also in there, what I'm going to do is you'll be able to ask me questions in there as well. So after doing videos like this, I'll then go live into the Substack community and you can ask me more questions in there. And you'll find out in advance when I'm recording the videos, so you'll know when to go in there. So I hope that more of you will be joining that community. This channel is for you. I know what my gift is, and my gift is now to share it with the world. But that has come with costs emigrating to America. Firstly, because in the UK, we've got 240 voltage for electricity. But in the US, you're only 120 volts, so none of my electrics work here. So I've had to buy new lighting, even get my computer made and Americanized. I had to spend $100 on a transformer, but that only works with like one light. And when you've got lots of lights, lots of recording equipment, it doesn't work. And then that broke anyway. So I just bought more American kit, even though I'd spent hundreds and hundreds, well, actually thousands, shipping over my UK kit. And then I'd have to buy other things as well. Like I bought a poster that I'm going to show you all. That was, $40, putting in a frame, another $40. But that's going to help you all how the world is run. And so, yeah, this channel is helping you, and it's for you, to help you and to help your friends, family, and other people. So financial contributions, gifts, joining these different communities, becoming a subscriber, a premium subscriber. If you want to send a gift via the Buy Me a Coffee or whatever the link I've got in the comments below or in the description, that is appreciated, because this channel, like I said, it's not just for me. I'm doing it to help others. I'm using the gift and the training that I have, the gift that God's given me, and also the gift of training to be a professional journalist, a qualified journalist, in order to use that gift to help you. So this channel is for you. This channel is for my viewers. So you're part of this channel. So gifts are greatly appreciated, and donations. The YouTube algorithm is showing that this video here is a really good match for you, and you're going to love it. So go check this out now. Are you new to my channel? Then if you're enjoying this content, which sounds like you are because you're this far through already, make sure you click that button now, of subscribe button, and click the bell notifications, because if you don't, I might just get lost in the ether of YouTube and you'll be like, oh, where's that woman again that I watched that thing from? So give that a click now, and it also helps the channel to grow even bigger. Thanks a lot. And please ensure that you are subscribed to the show. Just check now if you did click that bell notifications and subscribe button.